Hello, I'm Dwight Norris of fishingoutwork.com, and I'm here to help you go fishing. Now, true to my word, I'm going to be reviewing that trolling motor that I bought to use on my Saturn SD488 16-foot inflatable boat. And this trolling motor is called the Haswing Osapian 55-pound thrust trolling motor. Now, I got it right down here, plugged in to my Newport Vessel's battery box with the battery on the inside that I got at a local Battery Plus shop, and it's all lit up and ready to go. Now, when you do this inside your house, make sure that you don't have it set to forward or reverse, because you might end up slicing up your floor or yourself. So be safe. I'll try to be safe during this video, because I really shouldn't do this, but it's a review. Gotta turn it on, right? Now this thing is a little heavy. There was a lighter version, and it cost a little bit more money, but you gotta pay all that, man. So as you see here, there's some bright lights. See if I can get a little closer to the webcam without cutting this thing on. Whoop. I've already maxed out the line. Right here at the top, my finger's not working, that's 100%. So if I cover it up, maybe you'll see 100%, and it's down by 20 for each one. 80, 60, 40, and the red is 20%, which means you're going to be out of power soon. Now you're supposed to read this. This little word right here says only read the power meter when the device is off, i.e. the engine is at 0. There's that number right there. The reverse is this way, and forward is this way. So when you twist it, just like every other trolling motor, it's going to go forward or backward. Now I stated down in the description below that levels 1 and 2, even of forward and reverse, are like hard to feel. It's moving, it's spinning, but the boat, because it's probably 16 feet long, isn't really moving that fast. It was keeping me barely with the Concord River's like relatively slow current. But when I pumped it up to 3, I was like, okay, we're going good now. I hit 4, like, okay, this is my spot right here. 4 is my spot. It's just enough to get moving. I can get across the river and back. I don't have to worry about the wind or the current, and I can get to where I want to. But then I pumped up to 5. It was like a totally different level. It's like I skipped. Comparing from 1 to 4, when I went to 5, it went like I skipped 5 and went all the way to 10. It was like you get knocked back because it's so strong, and you'll notice that the power meter goes way down for how long it'll last doing that. But I had it on for over 45 minutes after fishing at 3 and 4 for 4 hours before that, and the battery came back home with 56% of the battery life left. And when I got back to the boat ramp, this meter, when I turned it off, said it was at 60%. So yes, it's actually decently accurate. And I got the meter from my battery, from my battery charger, said it was at 56%, and I'm guessing that's accurate too. So they both match up relatively well, within 5%. 5%. So yeah, I would say they're both reasonably accurate at monitoring the battery's power levels, at least when it's at a new state battery. If it gets older and it has that it's about to die, then we'll see how well that works. As you see here, the handle is pointed down. Isn't that weird? And it's behind something. What is this? Oh, this is the clamp that goes onto the transom. And this is the cool part that I like. Let me pull it up. As you see here, here's the propeller. It's a 3-prop. The 3-prop propeller is only available on the 55-pound thrust model. The 40 and the 30 have 2 props because it's significantly less RPMs, and you just don't move that fast when you only have 2. So they gave you 3, and you have a little more little more action, and it's able to cut through crap, which I still found a carpet of hydrilla that I got stuck in because my son dropped his hat in the hydrilla, and then the current took it further into it. So next thing I know, we were on shore. So you just clean it right off, paddled myself out of there, started up again, no problems. Another 3 hours, and I was like, oh man, what did I do? What did I do with the weeds? Fine, perfectly fine through the weeds. Don't even worry about them. If you get through a carpet, just paddle yourself out of there and start over again. Where else can I go? Let's pull it out a little bit. I'm gonna go through some other details once we get to the page because that's where all the specs and statistics are. I'm really going to just go over what you can see here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Just unscrew it. It comes down to the bottom. Now it's all the way to the clamp here. I'm about to pull the wire off by pulling harder, and then you're able to pull it out. As you see here, it can move a large degree. So here's straight. View here. This is pretty straight. It goes obviously down, boom, always all the way down, straight down. And you can lock it into place right with the clamp, so that when you put it in your car, sorry I need to look at the camera. When you put it in your car, it's all one piece. It's like a like a sledgehammer. Just put it in there and forget about it. It's all good. But also, if you find yourself wanting to stand up and use this, if you'll go to the Boats to Go website, which I'll show you later, you'll see some people doing this. You can put it all the way up. Whoops, I'll show you that too. All the way up here. This is the max, and stand up and still use it. And when you stand up, you're usually further away, which is what I found. And I believe this is I forgot. I think it's 330 millimeters long extension. It's more than enough. More than enough. It's awesome. And it's 110 degrees of movement of the handle. So let me show you real quick the motor moving, which will probably scare you and me. But can I get it high enough here? Okay. I got my knee propped up. Don't do this at home. But I want you to see it moving. I'm going to put it up to forward 1. Hey, I made a fan. Probably cool off down here. The summer's kind of hot. Don't use it for that. And that's off. That's level 1. So, select level 1. Take a look at it. Level 2. Let's listen to the sound. Level 3. Level 4. See that? Level 3. Level 3 and 4 have no audible change. But when you're in the water, there is a thrust improvement. But let's listen to number 5. Audible change again. But when you're in the water, it's a significant change in speed. I actually feel the wind off this thing. Let's turn it off before I hurt myself. So boom, that's forward. Now let's go in reverse. It has 5 speeds to go forward and 3 speeds to go in reverse. Not sure what minn kota motors do as well, but this is probably following the same guidelines and power ratios and everything. So this is reverse. Number 1 for reverse is actually pretty strong. When I was using it, it didn't feel that strong, but then again, you're going in reverse and you're not using the bow. Uh-oh, it's making a sound. And you're also, the transom is flat, so obviously you're not going to go back very fast. This is level 2. Audible change. More wind blowing me. My legs starting to get cold. I like that. I like that. Now, level 3 reverse. Slight audible change, but when I was in the boat, significant change in the rate of speed that I was moving backwards and getting away from lots of hydrilla, which I had to do many times because sometimes the river will blow you into it. Okay, so demonstration over with the trawling motor here live in my my little studio here. So I'm gonna put this down gingerly. Be safe with your trolley motor when you're putting around in your house. Oh, there's these I think every trolley motor has this. It has a little fin on the bottom. It's kind of like if you're using a surfboard, it helps track you. But this is really for helping protecting the propellers. When things come, you ride over rocks or roots or logs or whatever the hell is underwater, you want to hit it and you want it to bounce below and pass by the prop. Because if it actually hits the prop first, you could really mess up your prop, just like you would on your outboard. And that's not what you want. Or you don't want to get it on your own dresser, your own desk. Whew. So, as you can see, I had to take a breather there. It's not light, and all the weight is on the prop. That the whole area is where 90% of the weight is. The electronics up top, it's like feather light. I wish the rest of it weighed that light, but you'll notice when you're using it in the water that when you have to pull it up, it feels like you have this tiny stick, and then you have this ball and chain hanging from the back of the boat, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I thought I'm gonna snap the rod pulling up, but it doesn't bend. It's just so light. You can't fathom why it has to be so, unevenly weighted. But I'm not gonna ask them to make it heavier. So, but after I got used to it, no problems. It was just like a mental thing. My first time using a trolley motor in a very long time, because this is fishing at work. I just returned from not fishing for a very long time, a very sad existence, and now I'm back, ready to learn, ready to grow, ready to catch more fish, and ready to fish more often. And I want that for you. So right now we're going to skip forward and look at the video that I made previously on the Saturn SD488. Now it's attached to this, and you can go there and watch it right now. What else do I want to talk about with the boat? The transom is pretty strong, pretty thick, and I'm looking forward to hooking on a 25 horsepower two-stroke on there. I was thinking about putting a 40 horsepower on there, but people were really reluctant and say, hey, I had a 30 horsepower in Cape Cod. It's so wavy there and the current's so strong that you can't even go full blast. At least not on this boat, because it's not a V-hull, it's not a hard bottom. So I'm never going to be able to use the horsepower because I might flip the boat. The 25 horsepower will get me rolling over the waves and get me where I need to go fast. And I won't have to worry about carrying around something that weighs almost as much as me. So 25 horsepower should be a much better thing and should only weigh about, I don't know, just over 100 pounds, 110, 150. If you're thinking about this though, this is me at 3 right now. This is level 3. For the guy who was looking, I'm going upriver. And the wind's blowing in my face, and I'm trying to make a video and stare at the same time. Here's number 4. It goes, I don't know, I'd say 3 to 4 miles per hour. And level 5 really, see that little jump it gave right there? I'll slow it down. Now, watch the camera. See how it makes me jump a little bit? You can hear the sound going up. It's revving up. It's picking up a lot of water. And we're moving. Seriously. It's good. It's going to get to 5 miles per hour. On most waters, maybe up to 7 if it's completely flat, no wind. This is good for this motor. If you want to get a stronger motor, I've read some weird thing about how the pounds per thrust doesn't really make you go faster. It's more of a torque thing, acceleration, instead of actual speed. So that's interesting. It'd probably be good, like we got stuck inside of the weeds, and it would probably have been better off chopping that stuff up. Here we are, we're going under the bridge. I'm doing 3 things at the same time. I'm taking a video, I'm driving a boat, and I'm trying to go in a certain direction while not looking at it. Pretty good, pretty fantastic. I'm gonna kick it down to 4 because I want this to last. I really don't want to go to my second battery, but if I do, I'll put the anchor out and make it happen. So we're back. I hope you enjoyed that quick video of me on the Congo River testing out my new Haswing Osapian trolley motor on the 16-foot boat, and as you can see, we're going somewhere. We're actually going against the current, as I stated before, and trying to get our fishing on, but the fish weren't having it. So, as always, try again. So, as you can see here, if I get rid of my screen, let's do this live. I'll just shrink myself magically right into the corner. Boom, here we are on the Haswing Outdoor website, and I have it clicked right into the Osapian series section and onto the type I have. As you can see here, I have this version, the 55-pound thrust Haswing Osapian, and it's a 35-inch shaft, which is $90 more. And this is technically like 10 bucks cheaper than what I spent, but I'm pretty sure they don't have free shipping. So the price is probably the same from the manufacturer as it was when I bought it from boats2go.com. I'm sure they have wholesale pricing, so they made their little bit of change. So let's look into some of the things that I didn't speak about because I'm not a a dictionary when it comes to all these specifications and etc. etc. Told you about it's 12 volt, 55-pound thrust, forward 5, reverse 3. There is a lightweight model. They can call it lightweight. It doesn't feel lightweight to me. I do like the LED battery level that's on the trolling motor, so I'm using it constantly. I'm looking at the trolling motor. I don't want to have to click on my battery box and check out my battery level all the time. I'm pretty sure if I do that too many times, it might just stop telling me the truth. But it's right there in my face every time I use a trolling motor, and that's cool. That's the bow version. For me, you can see, it has 1250 RPM underwater, and this is a 3-blade prop, which is a 0.3 inches wider in diameter than the 2-inch, the two-blade prop. If you care about any of these stats, you know, there's the wattage, there's the amps. Not using that version, and everything's in millimeters. But this is basically how I looked. I had it at least flat or barely down because the shaft's a little longer than I expected for my 15-inch transom, and I just had it like this, you know, right behind me, and I turn it just like anybody else, just like this guy. And this actually looks like a Saturn boat. Now let's go over to Boats2Go, and this is where I purchased it from. And as you can see, it's out of stock. This happens all the time. They order it directly from the manufacturer, and if they don't have any in their storerooms, they say out of stock. And when they come back in stock, who knows? You can give them the list. I never really got alerted when it came back in stock, but maybe they do it some other way. I'm not sure. But this has a few good pictures in it. You can zoom in and see here, it's really nice and clear. This is how it comes, all trolled up, real nice. It was packaged very well, and the prop is not attached, and neither is the bottom thing right here. The fin is not attached. You have to screw those on yourself, and it's really easy. It took me like 10 minutes to put it together, and it was done. I was ready to go. This is another view. Sorry about this. I want to get a view that's useful. That shows, looks like a torpedo there. This is the view right here. I showed you the numbers. You saw this, Haswing Osapian. It shows the 55-pound thrust and it's 12 volt, so you know what you're dealing with. I should get one of these motor holders. I will once I get an outboard engine. And there's obviously more pictures. Here's a cool guy. Here's him setting it up. He's putting it on. No problems. There it is set up on the boat. You push this little lever there, a little, you know, looks like a, I don't know what it looks like. Looks like a beak from a bird. Just push that and then it will release right those little rivets you see. And then you can put it up and put it down, you know, basic stuff here. Here's him doing it. He's about to push the button, and he can put it down. He can put it down, and then he's off. There's the battery. He doesn't use the battery box. That's, that's fine if you want to do that. I don't. And here's a lady using it. She feels safe, and she is using a battery box. She's a little smarter. I'm not sure. Oh, this is showing the speed. Miles per hour. 3.7 miles per hour on whatever boat she's on. I did get an app that shows your speed, and I had it when I was in the car and riding on the bus, and it was fairly accurate. So I'm going to be using that to do a secondary test of the boat, and making some more videos and showing exactly how fast we go. Because I said a statement about it not going over 5 miles per hour. And I want to see if that's true, because I heard it from several different sources that was true. The difference between thrust and speed when it comes to a trolley motor, and getting one that's 55 pound thrust, or 150, the difference is negligible. I don't think there's any specifications that we want to go over here. They have reviews. People like it. That's cool. I'm not going to make you watching these videos, but if you go to boats2go.com and look up the electric trolley motor section and look for this particular type, you can watch some videos of other people using the exact same motor on different size Saturn boats, just like me. And you can do it from a different viewpoint where you can see what's going on. So, you know what? What the hell? I'm going to do this one right here. Music is ridiculous. But yeah, he's in the ocean. Like I said, it is a saltwater trolley motor, and you have to wash it down when you're done. The anoid does take the sacrificing of the salt, so it doesn't destroy the motor, but I wouldn't do this on a regular, unless you're really adamant on getting all the salt off the head of the motor. But yeah, that's how it is. And that wraps up this show, this review of the Haswing Osapian 55-pound thrust trolley motor. So if you have any questions, please comment down below. Like it if you like it. If not, comment down below and tell me why you don't like it and what you want done next time. Now, if you saw my previous video, you'll know that I'm asking questions from you to see what you want to learn. What is your number one problem with fishing? I want to know how I can be a better service to you as a fishing at work, pusher. You don't need to go fishing at work. You can go before and after. You can go on the weekend, but I want you to go fishing more often, and I want to know how I can help you. Not everybody's the same. Everybody has different, things they do in life, and I can't imagine what everybody does. I can try, but usually you can be totally wrong, and I need to hear it from you, because that's when I know I'll have the right information. So please tell me what your number one problem is for fishing, for going fishing. And if there's something that's stopping you and you know what it is, what is that thing that you would just like jump at if you saw it somewhere in the store, on the street, or online? Because if I think I can help you find it or make it myself, I want to do that for you. And that's really what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to provide the best quality information and services that I can. Videos are one, blog posts are another, PDF documents with detailed information on how to do this and how to deal with issues or complications or questions about what to use and how to use it, etc., etc. So tell me all these things. Comment down below. Comment in the video I wrote before this. I think you can just go to the website and you can go to the Contact Us page and you can comment there. Find me on Instagram, anywhere. Go to Facebook. Go to my Fishing at Work Facebook page and comment on that page, or go there and You can message me on Facebook as well. Any way you can find me online, please go there and answer these questions for me. If you do, I'd be more than happy to provide you with hopefully a copy of that information if possible, or if I do it. So do yourself a favor and try to get out there and go fishing as often as possible. And if you need help, I'm here to help you. And if you don't know what kind of help you need, tell me what your problem is and let me see if I can help you. So this is it. Cutting it. We're done for the night. It's late. And if you're thinking about getting a trolley motor for your inflatable boat or your rowboat or hell, even an outboard, make sure you do your reviews. You look at your reviews and make sure it's exactly what you need, because it's really important that you get the right stuff, because sometimes you can't afford to make a mistake. So I'm Dwight Norris, fishnetwork.com, telling you to go fishing.